What's up, everyone, and welcome to the second ever episode of the Football Basketball Show. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about why the New York Jets should not trade LeVeon Bell. But before we get into that, I'm going to be answering all of the questions that were left in the comment section of last video. In future videos, I'll only be answering one question, but since this is my first video answering questions, I'll be answering all of them. Let's get right into it. Our first question comes from Jack G. And he says, has Zion said anything about wanting to play with RJ Barrett in the NBA? I don't think that Zion has said anything about wanting to play with RJ in the NBA. But I think he really does, because it seemed that they had a lot of good chemistry at Duke. Our next question is from Charlie Honig. And he says, who is more likely to go to the Knicks, KD or Kyrie? To answer that question, I would probably have to say KD. I feel like KD isn't happy with the amount of appreciation he's getting from Warriors fans. He feels that he is underappreciated because of how well they're doing without him. I feel that if he came to New York and just won a couple playoff series, fans would be crazy for him, and fans would really love him. For that reason, I think KD has a huge chance of coming to New York, and a bigger chance of coming to New York than Kyrie. Our next question is from William Fitch, and he says, what do you think will happen to Klay Thompson and Kawhi Leonard once the season ends? For Kawhi Leonard, I think it really depends on if the Raptors make the NBA Finals. I think that if they make the NBA Finals, Kawhi will stay because he really wants to win. But if the Raptors don't make the Finals, I think that Kawhi is going to go to the Clippers. Because I don't think he wants to play with LeBron, so he's not going to go to the Lakers. But I do think that he wants to return to California where he grew up. So for that reason, I think it really depends if Kawhi goes to the Clippers or comes back to the Raptors. And for Klay Thompson, I really do think the Golden State Warriors will give him a max contract. And if they give him a max contract, I think he will obviously stay there. There's no real reason for him to leave because he's in a winning situation and it can't really get better than in Golden State right now. The next question is from Finnegan Courtney, and he says, where do you think Cam Reddish is going? I think that Cam Reddish will go to the Chicago Bulls at number 7. I think this because I think it would be a great fit on the Bulls. Although they do already have a shooting guard in Zach LeVeon, they don't really have a point guard because Chris Dunn isn't all that good. I feel that they could run Cam Reddish at the 1 and Zach LeVeon at the 2, or the other way around because they can both handle the ball really well. I do feel that he would be a great fit in Chicago. Our last question is from Ty Lev, and he says, where do you think Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant will go this summer if not the Knicks? I think that if Kyrie does not go to the Knicks this summer, he'll team up with LeBron in LA because I feel that Kyrie and LeBron have realized over this past year that they really need each other to win. And if KD doesn't go to the Knicks, I think he'll go to the Clippers because they have a lot of cap space and they're a big market and their fans would really appreciate him there. Alright guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed the question answering segment of this video. And without further ado, let's get into why the New York Jets should not trade LeVeon Bell. So, about a week ago, reports started coming out about how the New York Jets coach, Adam Gase, did not want the Jets to sign LeVeon Bell and that he might consider trying to trade LeVeon. I'm here to tell you why this is a terrible idea. The biggest reason for why the New York Jets should not trade LeVeon Bell is because their offense is terrible without him. Last year, the Jets were 29th in the league with 299 total yards per game, 25th in the league with 197 pass yards per game, and 26th in the league with 101 rush yards per game. These numbers show that they could really use a playmaker to help them get some extra yards, extra points, and help them generate more wins next season. As you know, this past year, LeVeon Bell did not play for the Steelers due to a contract dispute. But the last season that he did play, in 2017, LeVeon rushed for 1,291 yards on 321 attempts and caught 85 passes for 655 yards while averaging a total of 130 yards per game. These are incredible numbers, and they really show why he's worth what the Jets paid for him this offseason. Another big reason for why the New York Jets should not trade LeVeon is because they need to develop Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is not going to develop into a great player if he does not have anyone to throw to throughout his first couple of years in the NFL. Having LeVeon in the backfield will take pressure off of the Jets' passing game and force defenses to think about the Jets running it and not always focus on their pass. This will take a lot of pressure off Sam Darnold, and he will not get blitzed as often. With LeVeon Bell being one of the best receiving backs in the NFL, he could easily be Sam Darnold's first option and catch a lot of passes from him. Having such a stable target to pass to will really help develop Sam Darnold into a Pro Bowl caliber player. Overall, LeVeon Bell is an amazing running back that will really help the Jets offense score more points and help the Jets generate more wins. He will also be a receiving threat for Sam Darnold and take pressure off the Jets' passing game. This will really help develop Sam Darnold. For these reasons, the Jets should not trade LeVeon Bell, and doing so would be a terrible decision. Anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this YouTube video about why the New York Jets should not trade LeVeon Bell. Thanks for tuning in to the second ever episode of the Football Basketball Show. And leave a question related to football or basketball in the comment section, and I might answer it in the next video. Peace.